What's going on, my friends? Simchal Fitness here, and before I start this video, I want to put out a disclaimer. Jason, by this video, I don't mean any disrespect. I don't want you to misconstrue the information in this video in any way. Once again, you can take a look at my channel. I got nothing but respect for you and respect for the information that you put out. That said, a lot of times on your channel, you talk about what it means to be a real man, and part of being a real man is being able to accept constructive criticism and internalize it and make yourself better. All right, with that said, all right, I hope you take this video the right way, and let's move forward. Okay, I've been watching Jason. I've been watching you for a long time, right? And throughout all your videos, one thing's been consistent, and that's your unhealthy body fat percentage. That's the unhealthy amount of extra weight that you're carrying on your body. Now, that's real hard to hear, but it happens to be the cold, hard truth. Now, let me tell you something. You look at me, you say, hey, well, what do you know about losing weight? You've probably never been above a $150 in your whole life. Well, to that I say, you take a look at my older videos. I'll flip one in right over here.
5'7". Now I'm going to proceed to go ahead and measure my body fat percentage. Now, once again, I'm not sucking in. I'm just simply standing up straight.
Okay, as you see over there, I was 200 pounds. And this wasn't before I started lifting. See, a lot of times you got guys who, before they start lifting, they are fat. And then once they start lifting, get into fitness, etc., 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 then they slim down and they don't know what it's like to be fat. Again, I was lifting and in the fitness industry and I was fat. So I had the worst of both worlds, because I was saying I'm a fitness guy and people were saying, they were just saying, oh, fatty, 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 fatty. And that's all they said. Okay. And, but here's the real focus of this video. When you're that body fat, right? When you're that fat, when you have that extra weight, you tell yourself subconsciously that you're a swole, right? You got them guns, right? Right? You're thick, you're swole, you're meaty. You got some bulkiness to you. You got some weight, you know? If anybody were to start up with you, this is a big one for me. If any of those youngsters were to start up with you, they wouldn't stand a chance. You know why? Because you weigh 200 plus pounds. And when you give them that right hook, man, they going to sleep, right? They going to sleep because you weigh 200 plus pounds. You got a lot of meat on you, right? You got a lot of meat, and ain't nobody going to stop this meat. And you're swole and thick and feel good, right? I'm 200 pounds. I'm over 200 pounds. Right? That's what I used to think. That's what I used to think. But it was a delusion. Right? It was a delusion because I fooled myself. I had fooled myself on a conscious level, right, into thinking that I was more fit than I actually was. Because when I thought I was so swole, when I thought I was so huge, when I thought I was so mighty and bulky, right, it was all a fallacy. It was fugazi. It was like in the wind. It doesn't exist. It's a unicorn. I wasn't any much more stronger than I am now. And I stopped lifting for about a year and a half after I opened my business. So I haven't lifted in a year and a half. I'm back on the grind 3 months in. I'm almost as strong as I was when I was 200 pounds. And I'm only about 160 and change right now. Okay, I'm actually about 168. All right. You have fooled yourself into thinking you are swole and huge and muscular. But unfortunately, and this is the part where it gets really bad, when you look at yourself in the mirror, your subconscious, something deep inside you, because we're all evolutionary beings, right? We all know what we're supposed to look like, right? On a deep evolutionary level. When you look inside the mirror and you see what's reflected, your conscience may tell you you look swole and bulky and huge and muscular, but your subconscious tells you something else. And your subconscious in this case is more important than your consciousness, because your subconscious tells you that you're fat, that you're lazy, that you can't do it, that you're slow, lethargic, old, over the hill, right? These are the things that your subconscious will tell you, regardless of what you try to expect your conscience to tell you. Because your subconscious don't give a damn about your conscience. Let me get that straight. You can think up here that you are as swole and vascular as you want, right? But if in here, your body, your internal mind's mind knows that you're not like that, you ain't going to convince nobody. Right? And you're certainly not going to convince yourself on that deep, deep level. Now that's some deep, 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 hard stuff to hear. That's some hard stuff to hear. And the whole point of this video is to try to not go ahead and make you feel bad or hurt your feelings or insult you. The whole point of this video is to try to get you to do a serious introspection and hopefully a change to your body. Because when you're running a relatively successful YouTube channel, from what I can tell, and your major themes are health, longevity, consistency, right, over a years, and trajectory, over a 5, 10, 15, even 20 years of being in this biz, of lifting, of maintaining a healthful status, right? When you're preaching those types of things, right, it's automatically going to come back to you in one form or another. Of people are going to sit on the sidelines and question you about your body fat percentage, because that's extremely important, because your BMI is way too high, far higher than it needs to be. And I'm just being 100% real with you. I'm being 150% real with you. I cannot be more real with you than I am right now. You know, your BMI and your body fat is way higher than it needs to be. And I will maintain the fact that even if you were to lose weight, some of the fears that the powerlifters especially have is if they were to lose weight, then they're going to go ahead and lose the strength that comes with it. Well, I assure you, you're going to lose nothing on the bench press. You're going to lose nothing on the deadlift. You might lose 5 to 10 to 20 pounds on the squat, if that, right? And you're going to lose something on the bench press. I'm not going to lie. It's usually about a pound or so per pound on the bench press. But you know what? I'll take a pound or so on the bench press for a pound of body fat, sheer body fat every day, any day of the week. All right, so let's talk about some numbers, because I notice you like to talk about numbers on your channel. You're about 5'8", right? About between 210 and 215. Right, that's about what I read you at. I think that it mentioned it somewhere on one of your videos. Okay, do you know what that plugs into the BMI, body mass index? You know what category you fall under. You fall under obese. Right, any doctor or practitioner of medicine would suggest that you lose at least 30 to 40 pounds. Now let's say you have about 20 pounds more muscle than I do. Okay, let's say 15 to 20 pounds. If I'm 165 right now, let's just say for argument's sake, let's say I'm 170, right? And you're 15 pounds, have 15 pounds more muscle than I do. You should under no circumstance be any more than 185. Ever. Right? There's no reason for it. Okay? Let me ask you another question. Now, what do you think your blood work's going to read when you go ahead and get that done? What do you think your blood count is going to, your lipids, your fats, all that good stuff, your cholesterol? I'm sorry, that was just a joke. No, I felt like I could tug on stuff too. You think they're going to be good numbers? No, of course they're not. Of course they're not. Because you're about 40 pounds overweight. You also said what is also hereditary is heart conditions in your family. Which leads me to tell you that it's more imperative that you take care of that you keep that weight under control, because obesity can lead to congestive heart failure and a rise in cholesterol and bad cholesterol. If you have a large appetite, meaning you can't control yourself around food, all right, which is my case, right? If I see a pizza, there is no way I'm not going to eat it. All right? It's impossible. Right? So what you do is you got to go into your refrigerator and you got to take out all the junk food out of your refrigerator. Then you go into your cupboard and you take out all the junk food out of your cupboard. And once you do those two things, you go into your snack, your hidden snack drawer. All right? That secret snack drawer that you hide from everybody else. And yes, I know about that because I had one too. You go into your secret snack drawer and you empty that out as well. Now, once you emptied out those three things, okay, you replace it with all healthy food. And that's what you eat. If it so happens that you're at a party and you come by, some pizza, some cake, some ice cream, then by all means eat it. Because there's no stopping you. And I'm being 100% serious. Once you have that type of appetite that you're describing, there's nothing you can do about that type of appetite. You must eat it. So you allow yourself to eat it because you're actually going to do more psychological damage to yourself by not eating it. So you eat that. But when it comes to your house and your home front, you can control those environments. So the environments you can control, you make sure that you only have healthy food available. So even if you did want some junk food, you couldn't have any. Because it's nowhere to be found. Alright. I hope this video has been informative. That's really all I have to say on the matter. There really is nothing more to say on the matter. I think I got my point across. At that point, I hope Jason realizes my message comes from a good place and makes a healthy change. I look forward to seeing his body transformation. Right? And all his gains that associated with it. And that's really all I have to say on the matter, and I'll talk to you guys next time.